Hello YouTube, I'm the Magnifical, and today we're doing another tier list. I haven't done these in a while, but lately I've been thinking about myself. You know what's really bad with society? The toxic fandoms. Because unfortunately, it seems like anything that becomes popular and loved has to be ruined by a small minority of people who just take things too far. And I figured, let's rank them one by one and then explain the reasonings. So I thought of the most toxic fandoms, like some of the biggest fandoms out there, and obviously I can't put all of them. I thought of 18 though, so decent amount. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so right off the bat, I just did anime in general and stuff. I enjoy anime, but there's some people who take it too far, but for the most part they aren't too bad. The biggest arguments you'll get is subbed v dubbed and stuff, and I'm gonna put that C tier because the pretty harmless. It's the only problem with them is that some of them sometimes they become obsessed with it, and then they become obsessed with Japanese culture, and then you get what is known as a weeaboo. So I'm gonna put them C tier for that. Okay, BTS. I'm gonna have BTS. I'm gonna put it as A, like as well as rest of K-pop, but people, especially Americans, that are obsessed with BTS, they are obsessed. I know some people that are obsessed with it. I'm not gonna say any names. They know who they are if they watch this video. But yeah, no, that BTS and all of K-pop stuff, it's crazy, especially for something you don't know what they're saying and stuff. But yeah, no, they are diehard fans. If you like K-pop, unfortunately, you love K-pop. There is no in between. At least what I've noticed, there isn't. Oh, I'm a fan. No, it's I love K-pop. I will die for any member of BTS. Okay, now Disney. Disney isn't too bad of a fandom. I'm gonna actually put it in D tier for Disney, and it isn't really the problem with like when kids are fans of it, because it is a kids thing. It's the adults that are a bit of the problem, that like obsess over Disney and stuff, and they watch all the movies. They're always watching whatever Disney is doing and stuff, and their entire life revolves around Disney. They want to go to Disney whenever chance they get. They would love to work at Disney. They see it as the most magical place on planet. And it's like, grow up. Okay, next up is Dungeons and Dragons, also known as D&D. I'm gonna have to put D&D in. You know what? Let's go D tier as well, just because D and D and D. D&D fandom, it isn't too bad either. That's why I'm putting it that low. It's mostly just a bunch of nerdy guys that take it a bit too seriously and try to make it applicable to any other part of their life, or like when they'll something bad happens, it's like that guy rolled a 1 out of 20 and stuff. It's not too bad, especially though lately I've been seeing a lot of posts where people are like, oh, this is such a bard move or blah blah. They try to make it applicable to everyday life, but it's a board game, it's not real. Five Nights at Freddy's, I'm gonna have to put them in the nice B tier. These fans, they can't enjoy a game. They have to know every part of lore. They look at all the film theory or all the game theories by Matt Pat. They take it too far. They make all these songs. They can't just enjoy a game. They have to look for every square inch on the game and stuff, so that they can try to find anything that their god Scott has put in the game that may, add a smidgen to the lore. And it's just these are the people that have OCD. Let's just say that. Okay, Fortnite. I'm gonna have to put that in the. I'm debating between C or B. You know what? I'm gonna put it in the B tier. These are the people that'll spend hundreds of dollars on a free game, so that way their character can look like John Wick. Um, it's usually around anywhere between 9 and 12. They're not too bad. They are kids, so you have to cut them some slack. But some of them are extreme, they're excessive, and it's overall just cringy. Okay, Friends. Friends fandom is also a little annoying to deal with. They're not that toxic and stuff. It's just, it's been, what, 14 years since the show ended, and, they still watch the show and say it's their favorite show. It's find another show. It was an okay show for the time. It's not the best show ever, and stop telling people how it's the best show ever. It's yeah. Okay. Game of Thrones. Unfortunately, I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. I love the series, and it's unfortunate what happened the final season and stuff. But God, the fan base was definitely A tier toxicity and stuff. Actually, for season 8, there was a petition that got 1.7 million signatures on it to remake the season 8. And yes, it was rushed and stuff, but it is what it is. They should have done it in 2 seasons or done 10 episodes. But it's you grow up. It's a show. You don't be a little fucking baby about it. You do what it has to be done. Obviously these actors have been doing this show for almost a decade now. Probably people are getting tired. It's very expensive to produce. And unlike the creator George R. R. Martin, these producers are having to make a show once a year, whereas George R. R. Martin hasn't made a book in 9 years. So you gotta take it with a grain of salt. Could have been done better, yes, but what's happened has happened. Let's just hope that the prequel that's coming up is amazing. Harry Potter. Now these people need to read a new book, and just watch something else, because they are crazy. Actually, no, I'm gonna put them B tier. They're up there, but I don't think they're A tier. It's just these people also, similar to the DandD people, they always try to make it applicable to the life. They'll be like, oh my god, I'm such a Hufflepuff, or oh my god, I'm such a Ravenclaw. Always the obscure ones that no one cares about, because they're quirky and unique. And you'll find this fan base generally on Tumblr, because that's where they congregate and they talk about it, and always try to find deeper meaning into these books. But it's just an annoying fan base to deal with, but they're not too toxic. Okay, I kind of threw this one in because I needed a low tier one. I'm gonna put in Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They're not really toxic. They're more just brain dead. These are the type of people that you could entertain with a laser light. You just point it around the floor and they'll probably go chase after it. This fandom generally will be the type of people that will make quotes from the show, and they know everything about the Kardashians, everything about the the circle of people that surround themselves with the Kardashian, and they support them all, and are probably the people that were donating money to Kylie Jenner to make her the first they're the youngest self-made billionaire, quote unquote. Lord of the Rings, I'm gonna put ooh, that's a hard choice. Let's go C tier, because I like the little curvature I'm getting here. I'm gonna put it in C tier just because these people, Lord of the Rings happened a while ago, so they're not as prevalent, but these are the type of people that will obsess over the books. They know every detail, every character, and they actually will go on Duolingo and try to learn the elf language, which you can actually do. Because if you're gonna waste time learning a language, make it something that's useless and unapplicable in life. Okay, now if you look down here, we're getting into the big boys here. Okay, now we have Marvel. I personally love the Marvel movies. I've seen all of them. I actually recently rewatched every single one during this quarantine break with my girlfriend, who had never seen any of them. So, I have them still all fresh in my memory. I also like to, read after the movies are done. I try to read some of the stuff if I can find more information about it, from the comic stuff. This fandom, it's not really toxic, it's just more of devoted. So I'm gonna put them B tier. They're the type of people that'll complain if something is different than the comic books. But overall, they're more of just a dedicated, fan base. They don't really. I'm gonna put them B tier. Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty blew up, and unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to put them in the S tier. They, especially when the whole Pickle Rick meme came out, were horrendous to be around. And definitely when the Szechuan sauce that McDonald's did a promo for and stuff because of this show, when that came out, it was horrible to be even associated with this fandom because of how insane they decided to act. So, and for that, I'm going to have to put them S tier. Sonic the Hedgehog. I honestly feel bad for Sonic the Hedgehog fans because they've just been destroyed and beaten game after game of horrible game releases and stuff over the years. Obviously, there's been a couple good ones over the last decade, but since like the original Sonic's one on the Genesis, it's just been downhill. I'm gonna put them in C tier because I feel bad for them and stuff, but they're usually pretty harmless. They're just a bunch of degenerates. Never look up your name plus the Hedgehog and stuff. You'll just find some horrible abomination, because that's really what the fandom is. It's just writing original characters and a lot of inflation. Star Wars. Oh, Star Wars is pretty up there, especially every time there's a new trilogy. Whatever, whoops, I didn't mean to put them in F tier. They're definitely not that. I'm gonna put them A tier. Whenever so I was raised on the prequels and stuff, so I don't mind them. You know, obviously it's not the best acting, but you know, I don't hate them like the people that were raised on the originals do. And obviously, I disliked the newest trilogy, the 7, 8, 9 with Rey and Finn and all that. I just had a lot of problems with how they made that, and I think it was not good. But obviously, I could just be part of the fandom and be like, nah, it's, you know, it's because I was raised on a different one, so maybe I have a bias and stuff. But basically, depending on whatever you are, whenever you were born, you like whatever trilogy you were around for, and then all the other ones are just garbage. But I'm gonna put them A tier because, you know, they bullied I can't remember, the Asian chick from the second movie to the point where she had to delete her Instagram because she couldn't handle it anymore. They've been complaining about every single movie, regardless of if it's bad or not and stuff. And they exclusively love the, what's it called, what is it called, the Clone Wars show. There it is. Forgot about it for a second. Steven Universe. Never, ever, ever disrespect Steven Universe in front of a Steven Universe fan. They are also in the S tier. They're excessive, and never forget that they bullied a fan artist into taking an attempt on her life, because she just, you know, they bullied her so excessively that she'd rather be dead. So yeah, you know, horrible fucking fandom. Definitely unpleasant people to be around. It is a kids show. Try to remember that. You know, so, you know, grow a bit. The Office. It's in a similar area with with Friends and stuff, where people just, you know, love it. It's been done for years and stuff, but you know, people will still make quotes from it, watch clips all the time from it. You know, obviously I enjoyed the show. I binged through the first 4 seasons, and then I never touched it again. So, you know, I'm gonna leave it right there. I think it's a good show, but you know, some people, similar with Friends, you gotta watch a new show. Liking Friends or The Office is not a personality. Liking any of these is not a personality in general. Now, Undertale. I'm gonna put Undertale. Ooh. It has to be. I wish there was like a little in between A and S, just because Undertale fandom. I loved the game. It came out 2016, and unfortunately, with all popular things, it was destroyed by its fandom. People took it way too seriously. It was supposed to be a game about choosing peace over violence, and you know, people destroyed it with toxicity, which is ironic. You can even talk to Matt Pat from it. When he made a game theory about it, he was just harassed constantly afterwards because he said that Ness could be Sans. And honestly, you know, it is a game. It's a cute game. I loved the game, but you know, that let people, you know, take different interpretations. And if people don't enjoy it, you know, you don't bully them and stuff. And that can really be said about all of these things. So, you know, if you're part of these fandoms or you enjoy any of these, you know, take a hard look at yourself and wonder, am I part of the problem? Hopefully you're not, but you know, it's still a possibility. Anyway, here's my ranking of what I thought was the most toxic fandoms. Obviously, I couldn't put every fandom in there just because, you know, when I was thinking of them, I can't think of everything. And these are just people that I've seen interactions with and stuff. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, go check out all my other videos and all that. And thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.